Hey guys, how are you? So today I wanted to do my top 5 tarot decks. Currently, I've been doing huge clear out, so my collection is a lot smaller, and these are the ones that I use the most, that are the most easiest to read with for me. I think all of these are beginner friendly, and there's some pretty cool ones. So starting out, let's just get right into it. We have the Afro Goddess Tarot Arcanas. This is the special edition. I don't think you can still get it, but you can get like the standard edition. So the cards, the imagery is the same. First of all, check that out. It normally doesn't show up as pretty on camera, but it is stunning. Then there's the gold edging on the sides. It's nice and sparkly. Let me show you some of the cards. I won't go through all of them, but we'll give you an idea of what this deck is like. The colors in this is amazing. It shuffles really well. It's a really smooth deck. Really nice finish. Symbolism is amazing. It's a very intentional deck, I would say. Everything is included for a reason. They're not overly busy. This is beautiful. I mean, this artwork is just stunning. Really strong divine masculine and divine feminine energies in this deck. Sorry guys, I read reversals, so these are all higgledy-piggledy. But yeah, this deck is beautiful. It reads really well. The guidebook is pretty decent. It's just text. But it does reversals as well, which is really cool. So that is the first one. And then even though we're doing my top 5, it's technically 6 because I think in terms of a list, these two can be kind of interchanged. This is the higher price point one, but these decks are quite similar. However, they are both beautiful and amazing in their own ways. So starting out with the Modern Witch Tarot. I mean, this wee guidebook is just childhood memories. This style of book, so cute. So it's nice and short, to the point. This one shuffles really well. It's a good size. I would say this one shuffles a little bit better than the Afro Goddess. This is probably one of the best beginner-friendly decks. The storytelling is really good and it's quite simple, but I mean that in a good way. Like, it's very clever, it's very to the point, it's easy to pick up on the energy, on the themes of each card, quite easy to intuitively read. And this is a female only deck. Very empowering. Beautiful colors. But I love the similarity between the Devil and the Lovers card. I think this is a really clever move. And then these two are some of my favorite cards as well. This one's the Ten of Swords, and they do have in the deck it with just 10 of Swords instead of everything is fine, so you have the option on what one you prefer. I personally have both in the deck because It's only going to come out if it's meant to. And if 10 of Swords came out twice in a reading, you really know you've got to pay attention to that. Like, that is brutal. So then the This Might Hurt tarot deck. This comes in 2 finishes with the edging. So I have the black holographic. I think it's also a pearl one that you can get. This is the back of them. These are really cool. These are slightly smaller, I believe. Yeah. So if you have smaller hands, this is the one to go for. Not a huge difference, very slight. Don't know if you can even tell on camera very well. Just a tiny bit smaller. I personally read with this one a little bit more than the Modern Witch tarot deck. But they will always both be, you know, up there in my top ones. The Modern Witch is probably one of the first tarot decks that I got. But really cool imagery. Oops. I love this Empress. The symbolism in here is really good. They've really thought about, you know, body language and color symbolism, movement, expression. Now, the Three of Swords is one of the cards that I personally like to look at to help me decide whether or not I'm going to get a deck. And this one's pretty powerful because I think, you know, if you can't convey the Three of Swords, I'm probably not going to resonate with the deck overall. But with that being said, you know, different things speak to different people. So just because something doesn't resonate with me doesn't mean it's a bad deck. It's just not one that I'm meant to have. And then that's what the guidebook is like, pretty in-depth. You have the black and white images for reference. So then coming in third, this is the Cosmic Cycles Tarot. Now I got the standard edition of it. There is a limited one. I'm not sure if it's still available, but this is just gorgeous. The storytelling in this deck is probably the best I have ever seen in a tarot deck. Absolutely stunning images. And the use of color, the use of light. I mean, this Two of Swords, it's so modern. This is a very modern deck. It's very unlike any other deck out there, I think. Just the storytelling is so powerful. A really good deck to read with anyone. It's very inclusive. It has all different types of people, all walks of life, different journeys. The characters are repeating. So it's kind of their story, their development. I just think this is really well done. The storytelling is just phenomenal. Interesting one for the lovers. The sun is really cool. This is so cute. It's a really cute deck. But it's powerful. This Ten of Swords is amazing. I think it's so hard to be, especially a kid or a teenager these days with online bullying. You just can't escape from it. This is just really powerful. It's also just about social media in general. Oh, that Four of Swords is so cute. So this is a really cool one. Again, this is the Cosmic Cycles. I believe it is available on Etsy. That edition does come with a tuck box, but I threw it out as I did with this one here, the Trippin Waite. It's by Tarot Collectibles, I think it's called. So this is the back of them. I have edged this myself. It doesn't come with any edging. This is the borderless edition. There's also a border one. Now this deck is just so cool. It's really fun. It's very bright, very colourful. They also have a Groovin one, which is all about the 70s, which I have that one as well, and it is amazing. I love reading with this one. It's a really cool twist on the traditional Rider-Waite Smith tarot deck. Makes it a lot more modern. It's a lot easier to connect with. These images obviously are a little bit more busier than the other ones that I've shown you, but it's good to have a mix. See what you're feeling on the day. Really cool. So then for my number one, like probably most used tarot deck that I always go back to is the Light Seer Tarot by Chris Ann. I wish I had got the indie deck of this. Instead I got the indie deck version of her Creator's Oracle and the Muse Tarot. But this is the one that I use all the time. Really good guidebook as well. She is amazing with her words. So this is the back of them. And then let me show you these. It's a very modern deck as well. You can probably tell that's more my style. Again, powerful Three of Swords. Very powerful. The emotion in these cards is really strong. I just love this artwork. You know, Six of Wands, that's victory. This is very on point, very accurate. It's an interesting way of doing the Seven of Cups. It's very accurate, you know, it's normally 7 options up in the sky because it's, you know, having your head in the clouds, not knowing what decision to make, having a lot of options. The court cards in this deck are really amazing. They really tell a story. I would say this comes in second to the storytelling of Cosmic Cycles, or it's almost on par. Really amazing. And this is the standard edition, so you can get it from, you know, Book Depository and all those places. There's a lot of variance in colour. Yeah, I love this deck so much. So much. So let me know what you think. Do you have any of these decks? Are you going to get any? This Four of Cups is really cool. And make sure to subscribe if you haven't already and turn on the bell notifications because I will do a top 5 Oracle decks. And then if you guys are interested, I'm thinking about doing like a top 5 decks of Tarot and Oracle combined for shadow work, one for like self-love, maybe affirmations. Let me know what you want to see because the market is just so saturated now that it can be hard to find, especially Oracle decks that have grit, that aren't just light and fluffy. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that, found it helpful, hopefully pointed you in the right direction. Let me know your thoughts. Make sure to like and subscribe to join the tribe if you haven't already. We would love to have you. Take care, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!